Hi, this is Bob Kendall. In this tutorial, I'll be walking you through how to get started with the WaveTech Research tool. I'll be going over a high-level understanding of the functionalities that you're going to have access to and how to basically use them. After you've logged in, you'll come to a home page which will represent the research page. There's several things to pay attention to. In the center here is the sectors, groups, and symbols. There's currently 16,711 symbols in the database, 2,972 of them on a weekly database or intermediate charts are long. If we go and click on daily searches, this is where you're going to find all the short-term trades. Now you can see that the daily now is 76.32% long, or there's 12,753 symbols long. Only 3,958 are neutral at this time. You can also see by sector when the entry date happened. So in this grid, in the grid here under market sectors, you'll see a breakdown. There's 12 different sectors. You have basic materials through utilities. It shows you the date that it issued a buy on that sector, and I'll show you how to do a very quick top-down viewpoint of this. But it's going to show you that on 3/31 of 2020 that it issued a buy signal. It's currently on an index basis up 16.39. It's long 28 days of 35, and the maximum it's ever held is 152 days. What you're going to find in the WaveTech Research tool, that every item, every symbol in the database index has an expectation. When it buys, it will tell you what the expected returns are as well as the holding periods, and that's what you're seeing in this grid right here. So to make this simple, I'm just going to stick with the basic materials. We're going to click on this on the left-hand side, and it's going to break up all the subgroups, and you'll see with all the different elements of the system of what it's doing, whether it's a new buy or it's a current buy, those type of attributes there. You'll see that there's 252 symbols in this particular sector. There's 204 of them are long, only 48 are neutral, and there's 80.95%. Then we break it down by the industry group. So you can see industry group level and what their performance is, when the entry date is, how many days it's held so far, as well as what the expected holding is. Before moving on, I do want to show you one of the things that this TCQWR buttons. The T button will pop up a window that will show you exactly what the trade duration is, 10 days of 39 expected. It gives you the date that it's expected to hold to. So in this case, 6/23 is giving you the maximum duration and gives you a projected forward date. It's also giving you the profit of 7.25. Right now, if you see at the very top here, this top line, you'll see that the P&L is currently 5.36. It has already realized most of the expected return, but that doesn't mean that it's over. It will continue to hold it regardless of that. It just gives you a perspective of what to expect when you get into this trade. Average mean is 7. The average loss on this particular index is only 2.39. But let's break it down further. Let's click on the containers and packaging, which shows about a 13% gain. Now we break it down to the industry level. There's 28 symbols there, 19 long, 9 neutral, 67% long, and then by every open position you're going to see in this grid, the entry date, the current price, the P&L, the number of days of the duration, and the max days held. And it's also going to show you on the far right, accumulate, hold, and then there will be one other element come up will be underperformed. None of those exist at the moment. These tell you that this trade is still in accumulation, so there is still opportunity to go forward. On a hold, that means caution. And then ultimately there's one that says underperform, which means that that particular trade is very extended. So moving down to the individual symbol, I'm just going to click on this second one that is up 13.74% ATR, and then it's going to bring us down to the individual symbol level. And you'll see all the buys and sells. You'll also see something up at the top, which is important. It's on all of the charts, whether it's an index, a subgroup, whatever. You're going to see this grid up at the top here. It says poor, fair, good, excellent. This tells you how well this model addresses this particular environment. But as we look at this, this one shows that it only has an effective rating of 77.82, which is fair. You want to see them at least at 100 or greater, but that doesn't mean these trades aren't going to be good. Like I said, this trade is up 13.7%, but there's a breakdown. This shows the PPMs that I talk about on my YouTube channel all the time. Then the next level down is we're going to go to model results. This is going to show you how the model actually does. And it shows you what the cumulative model returns. It shows you year by year if you did every trade that was suggested, and it breaks everything down. But you also see percent profit. If you did all 181 trades, you'd made 100% on your money, 71 winners, 39 losers, and it breaks down a grid. And I will do videos so you understand exactly what this is. Ultimately, there's a full trade log. You can click on that. You'll see a window pop up. You can pull that around and expand it, but this will show you every trade. This stock's been trading since 1993. It's going to show you every buy and sell, the good, bad, and the ugly of everything that's happened with this symbol. I will be teaching you in tutorials and in live sessions how to disseminate these models and how to pick some of the best of breed ideas that come out of this. The last section I'll show you is how to use watch lists. We have disabled a number of functions on here so we can put this out to retail so it doesn't cause any runtime issues. But a watch list is a great way to track a large number of stocks that you just want to see new buy and sell signals come in on. So we're at the research page. We're going to go up in the quick links area up here on the right. We're going to click on watch list. And then we're going to go to create new, which it's already set up here. I have a list of stocks I've already put in there. You can just paste in a list. Cannot put names of the stocks. They have to be symbols only. I'm going to optimize for a daily. So I want the system to find the best models that match for these particular symbols. I'm going to call this test 2. It's going to our servers and setting up this watch list, and you'll see test 2. It'll just show up here in just a second. Then you can track all these stocks. Here we go. So you can see now over on the left hand side there's test and test 2. You can build as many of these as you want. I think the limit is about 150 or 250 symbols. I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure you folks will test exactly the limit. But this shows you equal sign. There'll even be an equal sign or a red X there if it doesn't have a position, or the OP will be a open position or a plus. There's a number of different things, but they mean the same thing. And then a down arrow is that it's a sell. So these are all the qualifiers, but you can watch each one of these and exactly what they're doing. So this will finish the overview. And thank you for watching this. Please go to the individual videos on research, understanding symbols, ER ratios. There's a number of other videos that will be necessary for you to fully embrace the power of this system.